taasisi hiyo wakimtaka mkurugenzi wa taasisi hiyo Geoffrey Anyembe kuwaelezea sababu ya majina yao kukosekana katika orodha ya waliofuzu mwaka uliopita. Wanafunzi hao wanasema watakuwa wakikutana hapo kila siku hadi pale watakapopata majibu, wakidai kuchezwa shere kwani baadhi yao hawajafuzu kwa miaka miwili sasa bila sababu kamili. Mwanahabari wetu Violet Auma ana taarifa hiyo kwa kina.
Kati ya wanafunzi waliokuwa wanasoma katika chuo hiki cha Ismat ambacho kinashirikiana na Masai Mara hapa mjini Mumias, wanasema kuwa wamekuwa wakisoma katika shule hii na hivyo basi walikuwa wanatarajia kuwa watahitimu mwaka jana Disemba, na hivyo basi hawakuweza kuorodheshwa katika ile orodha wale wanafunzi ambao walikuwa wanafuzu, na hivyo basi wamekuja hapa wakitaka majibu, kutaka kujua ni kipi haswa kilichojiri. Wanasema kuwa wamekuwa kilipiwa basari ama help kutoka kaunti ya Kakamega, na vile vile wengine walikuwa wamepata kutoka serikali kuu, na hawaelewi ni kipi haswa ambacho kimejiri, kwani hata hizo pesa zilikuwa zinapelekwa katika akaunti ya chuo hicho cha Masai Mara.
My concern is that I did all the exams. I also got bursaries and help loan from national government and also from county government, and all these loans were going to the main campus. Why come at the graduating time and somebody tells you that you are not graduating because your details are not in the main campus?
But when it came to graduation time, my name was not found on the graduation list. So I am also here to call upon assistance so that we may be helped, so that we may graduate.
I started learning in Masai Mara University when it was once called Narok University in 2012. I was to graduate in 2018, of which I missed the graduation. I again missed the graduation last year, 2019. I paid everything, even the graduation fee, but I was denied graduation.
We did all exam from Masai Mara University. Supervisors, they came from Masai Mara University, and even assessment of attachment and teaching practice, they were assessed by lecturers from Masai Mara University.
Hata hivyo tukizungumza naye katika afisi yake Geoffrey Anyembe ambaye ni mkurugenzi katika taasisi hii, amesema kuwa ni swala ambalo wanalifuatilia kwa ukaribu, na anajua kuwa takriban wanafunzi 30 na zaidi walio hawakuweza kufuzu, na alisema kuwa wanafanya kila wawezalo kuhakikisha kuwa wanafunzi hao wanapata nafasi mwaka huu ili waweze kufuzu na vile vile kupata stakabadhi hitajika.
And the reason why they don't do biometric registration is because they did not have admission letters. Now the issue was raised with the registrar Masai Mara University, and the last communication we had was that even when I made a call to him this morning, he indicated that as soon as the lockdown is over and the activities resume in the universities, he'll address that issue. That is, we are looking forward to these students graduating this year, and therefore we should not cause anxiety among them at all.
Kutoka hapa mjini Mumias, kaunti ya Kakamega, sina la ziada, narudisheni kwenye studio. Naitwa Violet.
Taarifa hiyo ya Violet Auma ndio ambayo inatukamilishia taarifa kwa sasa, lakini usiwe wasiwasi, kwani itakapotimu saa 7 nitakuja na taarifa zaidi kutoka sehemu mbalimbali.
Hello, good people. Child labor, where children find themselves being forced into hard work just to get by. Child labor is a global problem, but it is worse here in Africa. The proportion of children in workforce has continued to rise. When parents are not able to properly meet their children's needs and to bring them up well, providing them with basic human needs, children are left with nothing but to look for ways to fend for themselves. This leads to children ending up in it. They work so hard to provide for themselves and for friends. their parents or older siblings in carrying out the petty errands too. But in the process, apart from working in appalling conditions and long hours, they miss out on school as well. Meet Jairus. Just like Jairus here, every child in Kenya is entitled to free and compulsory primary education. But Jairus and his friends here at Glad Toto Primary School are among the lucky ones. Around the lakeside area of our country, where fishing is the main source of income, most children opt out of school to join the many that are already fishing. So it is not strange to find most classes having just but minimal attendance. Even though the resources are scarce here evidently, for 11-year-old Jairus and his friends, they are determined to push hard and achieve their full potential. We are here at Usenge Beach area in Western Kenya. And again, I will be taking you to a trip across the lake in a ferry and find out what one organization by the name the African Network for the Prevention and Protection Against Child Abuse and Neglect, ANCAN, Kenyan chapter, is doing to fight against child labor. My friend with me is Diana. Diana tells me that ANCAN Kenya was established in 1989 by a group of volunteers concerned with the plight of children in Kenya. Their main mission is to promote children's rights, prevent and protect them from abuse and neglect, and ensure an environment that encourages them to realize their full potential. To achieve our objectives, ANCAN Kenya creates awareness and starts sensitivity with the main aim of enlightening each individual to recognize and accept his or her responsibility to stand up for children's rights. Through this project, children are sent back to school while their families are given the necessary training and financial support to start up small businesses that can serve as alternative source of income for the families as their children enjoy their childhood as they exploit their full potential. Every child in the world has a right to proper childhood. Our laws provide expressly for the protection of children and safeguard their rights for basic necessities like education, health, food, shelter, etc. Every child has the right to leisure, play, and to participate in cultural and artistic activities. As we leave Mahanga Island, it is our prayer that every child here and the whole world gets an opportunity to enjoy being a child and with a proper childhood. Well, bye for now. Goodbye.
I think it's about time Speedy got a co-host.
No, that's not a bad idea.
Not at all. I mean, I would get to travel, visit all those places, meet all those people.
Yes, exactly, yes. And if Speedy gets a co-host, I know exactly who it should be.
Thanks, Mara, but I'm having so much fun here.
Janet, we're not talking about you. It's me.
Oh.
Of course. Anyway, it's time for us to get our brains into gear.
Absolutely. It's time to test our math skills.
Yes, it's time for the Big Three.
Welcome to the Big Three.
Now, here it is all about. There are 3 sums, and there are 5 seconds to name that solves the most sums correctly. Back to their school, courtesy of our friends. Jane. And stop. All right, it's getting really tight in here. We have 1 sum left. Here it goes. 12 plus 7 multiplied by 2 divided by 2 is what? Start the clock. And stop. Time's up. Time is up.
All right, it's time to find out how everyone did. Now, Team A, please show us your answer for the first sum.
Well, let's see. Now, Team A has a 5. That's 5.
Okay, Team B, let's see what you have.
And Team B has a 5 as well. Wow,
So, hey, both teams have 5.
Start.
Yeah.
Interesting start. Let's see if they were both correct. 7 multiplied by 5, that's 35. Minus 30, that's 5. Plus 10, that's 15. Divided by 3. The answer is 5.
Whoa.
Wow, both teams got that one correct, and it looks like we have a very good start. Now let's move on to the next sum. Team A, please show us your answer for the second sum.
Right, and Team A has a 5.
Okay, Team B, let's see what you got.
Well, let's see. Team B has a blank. I guess they ran out of time.
Probably, Marara.
Well, even if they run out of time, I think we need to solve the sum together. 13 minus 11, that's 2. Multiplied by 10, that's 20. Plus 5, 25. And finally, divided by 5, the answer is 5.
Wow.
Okay, well done, Team A, on that sum. You got that one correct, meaning you have a head start. But what do you have for that third sum?
Let's see. And Team B, Team B has a 26 as well.
Well, they both have the same answer. Let's find out and see if they got it right. Final sum. 12 plus 7, that's 19. Multiplied by 2, that's 38. Divided by 2, the answer is 19.
Oh, right.
Ooh. Was it that hard? Well, looks like both teams didn't get that one correct, but so far, Team A has 2 sums correct. Team B, you only have 1. So Team A, you get to walk away with this fabulous textbooks. Congratulations.
Right, yes. Now, for Team B, don't worry. I know you put in a lot of effort, but Team A were just stronger today, okay? Now, for you at home, I hope you had so much fun working out those sums.
Now, if you enjoyed playing the Big Three, you must make sure to join Teacher Pendo later on in today's episode for more fun with math on Hot Numbers.
Oh, that was a close game. And thankfully, we're taking a break so that I can catch my breath.
But we still have half an hour of fun and learning to go.
Absolutely. Coming up, we have careers on bus stories and spelling.
Right, so don't go anywhere because we will be right back.
Clean hands frequently with soap and clean water to avoid the spread of respiratory diseases such as coronavirus.
Nasadiki kwa Mungu Baba Mwenyezi, muumba wa mbingu na dunia, na kwa Yesu Kristu mwanaye wa pekee, Bwana wetu, aliyetungwa kwa uwezo wa Roho Mtakatifu, akazaliwa na Bikira Maria, akateswa kwa mamlaka ya Ponsio Pilato, akasulibiwa, akafa, siku ya tatu
nasadiki.
Hello again and welcome back to the No Zone.
Yes, we are having such a blast right here on the No Zone.
Yes, I know, and I'm feeling wide awake now.
Well, I'm glad that you're wide awake so we can get back into our buzzwords. Now, today's buzzwords are teaching us all about child labor. So why don't we remind everyone who's watching us at home what those buzzwords are?
Moral values, drug trafficking, chores, hazardous work.
Lovely. I couldn't have said them better.
Oh, yes. But I have a question.
Yes.
Now, if we have about 4 visitors coming to visit, and I'm the one who normally does the evening dishes, are you sure that it's not child labor if I'm made to clean up all the utensils?
No, that it does not count as child labor because they're part of your family, so you washing the utensils is you helping out your family.
But, Mara, listen, if you feel like it's too much work, then perhaps you should talk to your mom about it.
Well, I think I'll do just that. Thank you very much.
Now, speaking of Mara's family, it's about time to hang out with some of his distant relatives.
Yes, my cousins in Tanzania.
Well, not really Tanzania, but close. It's time for Wild Zone.
Hello and welcome to the Wild Zone. Today, we take a closer look at the crowned cranes' homes and some of their neighbors.
As our pair drop in over the swamp's lifeline, the river, they re-enter a very different world. Wide open views here. Hidden in the dense vegetation, they feel safe. Safe enough to start a nest. It should be safe. As part of Saiwa is a national park, one of Kenya's smallest, and it's a special refuge for the crowned crane and a strange antelope called the sitatunga. There are pairs of them throughout the narrow swamp. Their territories, which the males mark, are composed of a tricky mixture of mud, floating vegetation, and open water. The hooves are splayed into two so they can get around on this unstable surface. These two Saiwa specialities, the sitatunga and the crowned crane, peer at each other through the reeds. And sometimes they meet. Along this fragment of the original, much larger wetland are bits of the old forest. Farms have long since displaced most of the monkeys and their home, so now Saiwa is a valuable refuge for many species. Including the shy otter, with, of course...
What that means? That kind of buzzer can only mean that there's a fire in the building. No? No, okay. Hot numbers? Exactly. So why don't we go and join Teacher Pendo in the landing zone?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Chapendo.
Well, stick to models for now. And the models I am talking about are cubes and cuboids. But I'm sure your family are great walkers. Now, are we all ready to begin?
Yes.
Good. Now, I have with me an orange cube and a blue cuboid. Now, can anyone tell me what you notice about the cube?
Chapendo?
Yes, Marara.
It's 3D and it's made up of square shapes.
Yes, Marara, it is 3D, and that is why it is a cube. And as you also correctly pointed out, it is made up of square shapes, and as we all know, a square has equal sides. Therefore, our cube has all equal sides. Now, what about this cuboid? Yes, Wainaina?
The cuboid is not equal on all sides, but it has equal length and equal width and equal heights.
Very good and very well put. So have we all understood?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what shape is this matchbox? Yes, Nyagashaki?
A cuboid.
Very good. And how about this one?
Oh, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara.
Wait, that's a dice, and it's a cube.
Aha, that's correct. Well done. Now, let's all look at the board. Now, in both of the pictures of the cube and the cuboid, FE and DC are edges. So, DFE in both of our cube and cuboids are called faces. Now, they are the rectangles that form a cuboid and the square that form a cube. Now, a point where three edges meet is called a vertex, okay? And in plural, it is vertices. For example, F and B, okay, are examples of vertices. Now, can anyone tell me how many faces the cube has? Yes, Gadoni?
6 faces.
Very good. And how many edges does the cuboid have? Yes, Ngare?
12 edges.
Well done. Now, which edge is the same length as GH in our cuboid?
Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara?
That would be FE.
Aha, very good. I can see you're all getting it. Now, can someone name me 4 vertices from our cube? Yes, Wainaina?
A, H, C, and F.
That's correct. Now, we are going to learn how to make models of cubes and cuboids. Now, this should be very exciting. For you at home, get some paper, scissors, some glue, a ruler, and a pencil, and join us. Now, this is a toothpaste packet. As you can see, it is a cuboid. Now, we will now open it up. Now, this is now called a net. Now, if we fold it back again, we get a cuboid. Now, if we remove the top of the cuboid so that it has 5 faces, it is called an open cuboid. When it has 6 faces, it is a closed cuboid. Now, here's an example of a net of a closed cuboid and a net. Now, I've given you each net, which I've included some shaded flaps. So here's my example with some shaded flaps so we can stick them together. Now, I want you all to use the glue to make a cube. You also need to use your rulers to make some folds from the lines. So let's get on with it. If you would like to make your own cube at home, just draw out a net like this one. So you need to use a ruler to draw 6 faces, which are squares of 5 centimeters. Remember to include some flaps so that you can stick them together. Once you've drawn your net, you just need to cut out the pattern and then assemble your cube. How are we getting on?
Well.
Oh, Teacher Pendo, look. I have a beautiful cube.
Well done, Marara, but next time use a bit less glue for a smart finish. Well done, all of you. I see you've made some beautiful cubes. Hope yours are just as good. Now, unfortunately, we have come to the end of our lesson today. I hope you had as much fun as we did. Be sure to join us for more hot numbers.
Oh, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Mara.
I loved making the models. Now, I'm going to attempt to make a cuboid.
Well, I'm glad your modeling is shaping up, but your cuboid will have to wait because right now it's time to check out which career is being profiled in this week's Career Zone.
We can always talk about your account, online, whenever you like. Need a ride?
Let's go.
Alrighty. With you anywhere, anytime.
Register at your nearest branch for KCB Internet Banking today.
Na mtazamaji, muda usiokuwa mrefu tutakuwa tunakuletea taarifa kuu za habari hapa ndani ya Citizen, na haya ndiyo yaliyomo.
Your town imekuwa flattened completely.
Mtu mmoja zaidi afariki kufuatia maporomoko ya ardhi Chesogonu, huku 22 wakiwa bado wanatafutwa.
Ukikaidi amri ya serikali, it is an insult to the government.
Watu 39 waliokuwa wakihudhuria harusi usiku hapa Nairobi wakamatwa na kupelekwa karantini. Mama na wanawe wawili wa miaka 8 na 14 na miezi 4 wafariki baada ya nyumba yao kuporomoka Migori.
Kuna mtoto mahali amechomwa na baba yake na amekaa wiki moja, hata wampeleke hospitalini.
Na mwanamume adaiwa kumchoma miguu mwanawe kwa madai ya kurandaranda Kakamega.
We can always talk about your account, online, whenever you like. Need a ride?
Let's go.
Alrighty. With you anywhere, anytime.
Register at your nearest branch for KCB Internet Banking today.
Since late last year, the coronavirus COVID-19 has emerged as a serious healthcare threat. This is an infection that has gone global and no one has been spared. The government, through the Ministry of Health, has put in measures to keep Kenyans safe against COVID-19, which is currently rampant around the world, with new confirmed infections and death cases daily. Such sanitization and screening of visitors at this border post and across every entry point in the country is very vital in preventing the spread of the disease in the country. However, you also have a role to play in preventing spread of infection.
Citizen responsibility is the key to the success of this initiative and these measures. Let's all do what we have to do individually. And this is how we are going to defeat this disease.
It's just our general hygiene, okay? And that now means at workplaces, we should ensure that our work surfaces are clean.
Always ensure that nimefanya proper sanitation ya mikono. Every time na board matatu, lazima ni sanitize mikono.
We have faced many severe challenges as a nation, and we have always found a way to rise above them. COVID-19 is no different, and will overcome the pandemic. Stop coronavirus. Follow all directives from the Ministry of Health. Wash your hands properly.
Credit to you if you stay at home. If you must shop online, use your NCBA credit card. Stay home, stay safe. NCBA, go for it.
Fiber optics comes in a variety of diameters, shapes, and types. The different variations are better for different applications.
Fiber MiFi has you covered with enough bundles to last you at the most affordable prices.
Everything is going on top, whatever it is that you are, whatever it is that you're going through. I keep saying every problem does have an expiry date. We're going through unprecedented times. However, the main thing is not to give up hope. It is not to give in. Know that this too shall indeed pass. And when it does pass over on the other side, we shall be better for it. We have an opportunity to look inside ourselves at this time and move forward. What we need to do during this corona pandemic is to wash our hands, sanitize, keep social distance, do everything it is that we need to do so that we can be better. And when we become better, and the society becomes...
Can you tell us a little about yourself?
My name is Violet Karu. I teach at Milimani Primary School. I teach standard 4 to 8. Various subjects, for example, mathematics, English, Kiswahili, science, and Christian religious education.
How did you find yourself in this line of work?
I had a music teacher in standard 5, and I admired her very, very much. And when I completed Form 4, I decided I really needed to become a teacher, and that's how I landed.
Did you need any qualifications, training, or experience for your job?
Of course I did. To become a teacher, one has got to go to college. So I joined Kamonja Teachers College, where I got a Primary 1 certificate course. After that, I taught for some years and decided to go back to college. I joined Nairobi University, where I did a degree in English and Literature.
Please tell us what you do in a typical day.
On a Monday morning, I usually wake up at 4:30. I prepare my family, and then after that, I go to school. When I get to class, that is 5 p, I usually greet my learners. We pray together, and then we start learning.
What is the best?
Those learners who are really needy, they come from poor homes where maybe they lack basic amenities. To make these learners concentrate in the class is a challenge for the teacher.
In your opinion, what skills or characteristics does one need in this line of work?
A good teacher, you must be God-fearing. Why? Because I believe teaching is a call. You need to love these children. You need to appreciate them. And most of all, you also need to be patient. To be able to teach a child who has just been at home until they are able to understand, really one needs to be patient.
Looking into the future, do you have an overall career goal?
Yes, I do have an overall career goal, and that is to open my own school. At least I'll be able to teach learners, and I'll also be able to benefit as a teacher, get more money and do many things.
What advice would you give anyone interested in your line of work?
I'd like them to work very hard so that they can get a lot of information. As a teacher, one needs to know many different things, and so they should work hard and also go to a college where they are taught how to become teachers.
That was a great career indeed. I mean, why didn't I think about it when I was younger?
Well, sadly, because we didn't know more about it then. But that is why Career Zone is here, so that we can give you options. We can show you what it takes for you to pursue a certain career, and then you can decide for yourself what you would like to do.
Yeah, that's right. And I always learned so much.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Marara. In fact, speaking of learning much, I know how you can learn a lot and have fun while you do it.
Yeah, what? Come on, tell me. Come on. Spell it? Forget it.
All right, it's time for us to put our brains into gear for the biggest, baddest, fastest spelling challenge in the world.
And that's right, it's time for Spell It.
Animal, tractor, building, narrow, respect, meter, deep, vegetable, work.
Welcome to Spell It. Wainaina, Rogoro, and Kamau, you are about to step out of the shadows and into the spotlight to compete for the title of today's No Zone Spelling Champion. The winner will walk away with their very own No Zone dictionary.
Each contestant has just 30 seconds to spell correctly as many words as possible. If you want to hear the word again, just say repeat, and the word will be repeated for you. Each word is worth 1 point. So the more words you spell correctly, the higher your chances are of winning. Are the rules clear?
Okay, Kamau, you are up first. Please take your place on the spelling zone.
Kamau, your 30 seconds start now.
Det.
D-E-P-T.
Values.
V-A-L-U-E-S.
Eliminate.
E-L-I-M-E-N-T.
Bondage.
B-O-N-D-A-G-E.
Load.
L-O-A-D-E.
Cultural.
C-U-L-T-R-E.
Protect.
P-R-O-T-E-C-T.
Call.
Time is up. Well done, Kamau.
Rogoro, you're the next one. Please take your place on the spelling zone.
Rogoro, your 30 seconds start now.
Drug.
D-R-U-G.
Work.
W-O-R-K.
Chores.
Repeat.
Chores.
C-O-C-H-O-R.
Error.
E-R-R-O-R.
Price.
P-R-I-C-E.
Refuse.
R-E-F-U-S-E.
Trade.
T-R-A-D-E.
Oblige.
Repeat.
Oblige.
O-B-O-B-L-E-D-I-G.
Time is up.
Wainaina, you're up next. Please take your place on the spelling zone.
Wainaina, your 30 seconds start now.
Moral.
M-O-R-A-L.
Task.
T-A-S-K.
Mine.
M-I-N-E.
Train.
T-R-A-I-N.
Trafficking.
Come on, let's give him a round of applause. That leaves Ruguru and Wainaina. I can now reveal that the winner of the No Zone Spelling Challenge with a total of 8 points, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to Wainaina. Congratulations, you are today's No Zone Spelling Champion. Here's your dictionary. Show everyone at home your prize. Everyone, let's give them a round of applause. Step back.
Wow, congratulations, Wainaina. Now, Rogoro and Kamau, do not worry. Nobody leaves the nose on empty-handed. We have prizes for you, too.
And these prizes are courtesy of our friends at the Longhorn Publishers. Now, after that mind-boggling and exciting round of spelling, I think we need a break, but I still want to be entertained.
I think I know just the thing.
Ah, really? Well,
You know what? Let's join Goomba, Zawadi, Specs, and Raha as they relive another tale on Bass Stories.
Excuse me, there's somebody sitting down.
But Teacher Mary said you can sit anywhere. You're not supposed to book for someone a seat.
Come on, there's plenty of space around. Make yourself comfortable.
Just wait.
What does she mean by just wait?
You just earned yourself a spot on her closing day wanted list. She's going to beat you up.
See, you guys should share the joke. I just got in trouble for booking a seat.
You got into trouble because of me. Who's that? I show you how I'll deal with people here.
I think we should resolve things very peacefully, my friends.
No, it's just that I know how ugly things can get when they're not solved. I feel a story coming on.
So one day, the magic bus was flying through the air
when the engine started to stutter, the lever, and a parachute appeared. The bus floated into a strange village. As Chuma tried to fix the engine, the magical four went out to explore the village, which was eerily quiet except for a few huts. As they wandered around, the sun was very strong. The gang became very hot and started to sweat. The gang were really thirsty, and Specs went to find water for the group. Before too long, he saw a tap. Filling up a bottle, he drank and drank. As he passed over the bottle, a small boy appeared and snatched the bottle out of Specs' hands. "That's my water," said the boy. Well, Specs didn't like being spoken to like that, so, without thinking, he snatched the bottle back. The small boy responded by pushing Specs. Specs wasn't going to stand for leaving him naked, but instead of seeing a naked body, what they saw scared them. He had suddenly become a robot, and an angry robot for that matter.
Wow! So what did they do?
The gang was so shocked that at first we just stood there momentarily frozen. The huge robot, with a scary face, looked at them, then roared in laughter. The robot took the bottle of water and emptied it onto the ground. All the gang threw their arms up into the air in a sign of surrender. The robot let out a mighty laugh that shook the ground we were stepping on. "You think I'm done with you? That was just warming up," said the robot, and before any of them could move, the robot quickly picked up Specs from the ground and took his specs off him. He wore them and proudly said, "Great, now I can read your mind and everyone else's mind," shouted Boomba. The giant robot was hot on their heels, taking a step and reaching them. He nearly stepped on them as they scrambled to get away from him. "Guys, let's go into the forest. The trees will hide us a little," a panicked Zawadi said, and they quickly ran into the forest, with the robot following behind, stepping on anything it came across. When it reached the forest, it could not see the kids because the robot was the same height as the trees. So they stood behind a tree, watching the robot from a distance. Suddenly, they saw the robot press a certain button on his chest, and he became smaller and smaller until he was the same size as the kids. He could then see them clearly and started approaching them fast. They were so scared and shocked that they had no time to think but to run again. "Quick, follow me," said Specs. The kids quickly ran off with Specs, making different corners that confused the robot. You know, robots get confused by corners. They prefer a straight path, he said, panting. And true enough, the kids turned back and saw that they had left the robot far away. Just as they were getting excited about being able to beat the robot, they heard the sound of a huge engine, almost like a plane, and wondered what that could be. It was getting closer and closer. As they were getting curious and curious, Zawadi decided to turn back and see how far the robot was, and she saw nothing. She turned to the rest of the group in excitement. "Guys, I think the robot lost its way." The rest caught on in the excitement and stopped. They were suddenly shocked when they heard the same engine noise revving up on top of them. Looking up, they were shocked to see that the robot had changed itself into a small robot plane and was ready to crash land on them.
Oh dear, did it land on them?
How big was this plane that it fit into a forest?
Could they run away? See, they were trapped.
They could not move. The robot quickly converted himself back into the huge robot, crashing trees in the process and picking them off the ground with him. He then told them in a loud voice that he was going to take all their powers and leave them powerless. He quickly took their powers and dropped them all on the ground as he experimented with the powers, making himself invisible, crying out loud like Raha, running at a supersonic speed. He did it all over and over again. In no time, the powers overwhelmed him, and his robotic system could not handle it anymore, and he came crashing down onto the ground. His system failing, he slowly turned back into a human being, lying there on the ground as an exhausted small boy. Without hesitating, the gang ran back to the safety of the bus.
That was a brilliant story, Boomba.
Thanks.
Yeah, violence just leads to more violence.
And if it was his staff, Specs would have just apologized for not respecting his property.
You should learn to solve your issues peacefully. If not, you can also learn to solve them through dialogue. If it's too big, go to a teacher or someone older and wiser.
Yeah, like Chameri or Chuma.
I love those storytellers. They always make my day.
Yes, mine too.
I love them too. I can't wait for next week. Did you all enjoy it? Yes! Now, sadly, today's show has come to an end.
Well, now, but we look forward to having so much fun right here on the Northern.
Of illness-causing germs.
Chai moja, Kenya moja. Clean hands frequently with soap and clean water to avoid the spread of respiratory diseases such as coronavirus.
Now with a new formulation too that will leave you feeling fresh for longer. Will the soap last even longer?
Is your joint and muscular pain, backache, stiff neck, minor sprains and cramps? Then apply Salimia liniment. Salimia is made of a mix of herbal components and is an effective relief from all muscular aches and pains. Salimia liniment, a quality product from Beta Healthcare. Beta Healthcare, caring for all. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
I care for my family.
I care for my loved ones.
I care for everyone. I care for Kenya.
Wherever you are, you know that we'll be there for you.
8, 9, 10. Gary, am I by with you anywhere, anytime?
I've just met him today.
On the other business, I recommend the 10 acres. It has more customer traffic. Sasa.
Wherever you are, you know that.
Fiber MiFi has you covered with enough bundles to last you at the most affordable prices. Kazi lazima iendelee.
Na mtazamaji, umewadia sasa wakati wa kukupasha taarifa kuu, taarifa ambazo tumekuandalia kutoka maeneo mbalimbali. Karibu basi, jina langu mimi ni Mwanahamisi Hamadi, na kwanza tunaanza na yaliyomo.
Your town imekuwa flattened completely.
Mtu mmoja zaidi afariki kufuatia maporomoko ya ardhi Chesogon, huku 22 wakiendelea kutafutwa.
Ukikaidi amri ya serikali, it is an insult to the government.
Watu 39 waliokuwa wakihudhuria harusi katika mtaa wa Umoja wakamatwa na kupelekwa karantini. Mama na wanawe wawili wafariki baada ya nyumba yao kuporomoka usiku huko Migori.
Kuna mtoto mahali amechomwa na baba yake na amekaa wiki moja, hata wampeleke hospitalini.
Na mwanamume adaiwa kumchoma miguu mwanawe wa miaka 11 kwa madai ya kurandaranda Kakamega.